Thank you, Hillel. Minister, Excellencies, friends. I'm delighted to be here to celebrate the 20th anniversary of UN Watch and the courageous advocacy of my former student, which is an understatement. He has become a leading international human rights advocate, Hillel Nori, and I take great pride in being able to say that he was my former student, and even then in the classroom showed the courage that was to be evident thereafter. As well as Al Moses, who, as I always say whenever I see him, I'm delighted given his engagement all these years with UN Watch. And to honor John Baird, our Canadian Foreign Minister, a man of principle, high policy, and effective action. And this is coming from a member of the opposition in Canada. And in today's partisan politics here in the United States and Canada, I'm delighted to be able to refer to him as a close colleague and friend for whom I have the greatest admiration, and I reflect in that those of my colleagues as well. And to be able to join in the common cause which brings us together, the promotion and protection of universal human rights, the promotion and protection of the founding ideals of the UN Charter, of the promotion and protection of equality for all nations, large and small. But as a Canadian for whom the United Nations, as I grew up, was part of my DNA, where international law was a centerpiece of our foreign policy, where Eleanor Roosevelt, John Humphrey, René Cassin were iconic, inspirational figures. What is happening now at the UN, and what has been happening for some time, is a cause, and I say this to use that refrain, more in sorrow than in anger. It's a cause not only for lament, but for shame. Not only for regret, but for redress. And that is why I'm so delighted that we have in UN Watch a body that does the important and urgent and necessary and redemptive work to bring the UN back to its founding ideals. And we're meeting also on the eve of the 65th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, an important moment of remembrance and reminder, and really underpinning all the work that UN Watch does. Indeed, as we meet, the UN General Assembly is about to embark yet again in the adoption of some 20 to 22 annual resolutions singling out one member state, it happens to be Israel, for discriminatory and differential indictment. More resolutions passed against one member state than against the rest of all the nation states combined. Where the United Nations Human Rights Council will convene and yet again will pass more resolutions against one member state than against all the rest of the states combined. Where, as David Harris put it, we have a standing item on the UN Human Rights Council agenda, and being there on behalf of UN Human Rights Watch, I was able to witness this kind of Alice in Wonderland situation, where the conviction is secured and the sentence is adopted even before the hearing begins, and where Israel alone among the states, again as David Harris put it, is denied even the right to representation, to a hearing, to fundamental due process. And so I am delighted in this celebration and to be here in this celebration of UN Watch, because it is doing the work of the betterment of the human condition. It is a voice for the voiceless, as Al Moses said so eloquently. And it helps to recall for us as it implements the UN's founding ideals. And so I close with the same words that David Harris did. The UN Watch is for all of us a blessing, and may you continue to go from strength to strength. Thank you.